Days of Our Lives spoilers for Thursday, July 30th. Is Sarah actually going to expose EJ's sick drug planting scheme to Holly? Or is Holly too brainwashed by this monster to believe the truth? And hold on a second. Did Gabi Hernandez just forgive Philip Kiriakis after all that corporate backstabbing? Are you kidding me? Welcome back to Peacock TV Spoilers, your home for all things Salem. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness coming our way this Thursday, July 30th. We have legacy characters going to war, shocking hospital showdowns, and a release from Bayview that is going to end in absolute disaster for one of our favorite families. Hit that subscribe button right now because you do not want to miss a single second of this drama. Let's get right into it. Let's start with the absolute train wreck that is Alex, Stephanie, and Joy. Spoilers for Thursday, July 30th reveal that Alex is fiercely reassuring Stephanie that he will absolutely never agree to the terms Joy is trying to dictate regarding baby Kelsey. I honestly believe Alex means well here. He wants to save his marriage. But let's be real for a second. Stephanie is a walking liability right now. The writers have completely destroyed Stephanie's rational mind with this PTSD storyline. Ever since the kidnapping trauma with Owen Kent, Stephanie has been spiraling out of control, and the fact that she actually pulled a gun and fired it is insane. Alex is trying to play the supportive husband, but Joy is holding all the cards when it comes to their daughter. Alex has massive abandonment issues stemming from his biological mother, Angelica Devereaux, so there is no way he is going to let Joy take Kelsey away. But Joy is not backing down. Not even a little bit. Spoilers reveal that Joy goes straight to Belle Black for legal advice this week. Now, Belle is a powerhouse lawyer, and Joy knows exactly what she is doing by seeking her out. Joy is looking into pressing official charges against Stephanie for the shooting. Or worse, she wants a restraining order to completely ban Stephanie from being anywhere near Kelsey. I think Joy is using this legal threat as the ultimate leverage to force Alex's hand. If you ask me, Joy is manipulating this entire tragedy to push Stephanie out of Alex's life permanently. She knows Alex will choose his flesh and blood over a wife who is currently acting completely unhinged. Here at Peacock TV Spoilers, we've been tracking this storyline, and we think Belle is going to be incredibly conflicted. Belle is family with Stephanie. Steve and Kayla are going out of their minds with worry over their daughter's mental state. But legally, Joy has a rock-solid case. Stephanie fired a weapon. The actor playing Alex, Robert Scott Wilson, is absolutely killing it right now, portraying a man completely torn between his fragile wife and his newborn daughter. But Alex cannot protect Stephanie from the law if Belle decides to help Joy file those papers. Sweeps month is coming, and I predict Stephanie might actually end up in a jail cell while Joy plays happy family with Alex. It is a complete disaster, and I am glued to my screen. Now, let's pivot to the most toxic family dynamic in Salem. Rachel Black is officially being released from Bayview this Thursday, July 30th. Brady Black and Kristen DiMera are throwing a massive celebration to welcome their daughter home. On the surface, it looks like a beautiful, heartwarming family reunion. But I cannot even stomach watching Kristen smile in Rachel's face. Why? Because Kristen literally murdered Rachel's best friend, Sophia Choi. Are we just going to pretend that didn't happen? Kristen bashed Sophia's head in and dumped her in the Salem River, and now she is popping champagne with the grieving Rachel. I can't believe the writers are making Kristen this purely evil again, but Stacey Hyduck is delivering a masterclass in psychopathy. Kristen is standing there, comforting Rachel over Sophia's tragic death. knowing full well she is the killer. This is classic DiMera manipulation. It reminds me of the time Kristen stole Teresa's embryo, or when she kidnapped Sarah and dumped her on DiMera Island years ago. Kristen has zero remorse. She is a monster, hiding in plain sight. But the clock is ticking. We already know Kristen is going to get violently kidnapped by a masked man very soon. I honestly believe the karma train is pulling into the station, and when Rachel finds out her mother murdered her only friend, the emotional fallout is going to destroy that family forever. Brady is going to lose his mind when he finds out he has been co-parenting with a cold-blooded killer again. Moving over to the corporate side of Salem, we have a massive shocker. Gabi Hernandez actually stuns Philip Kiriakis. The spoilers say they share a deeply passionate hug. What on earth is happening here? For weeks, Gabi has been ruthlessly dragging Philip and Xander, completely convinced that Titan was bootlegging her Gabi chic designs. She was holding her DiMera inheritance hostage just to punish them. But now, it looks like the truth is out. Leo Stark must have finally uncovered the real culprit behind the fake bags, clearing Philip's name. Gabi realizes she was completely wrong, and this hug is her way of making amends. Let's talk about Gabi for a second. I love the character, but her victim complex is exhausting. She always assumes everyone is out to get her, which makes sense given her history in prison and her toxic romance with Stefan DiMera. But now that she realizes Philip was actually innocent, she is doing a massive 180. I predict Gabi is going to officially agree to invest her DiMera fortune into Titan. She needs allies right now, especially with EJ running rampant at DiMera Enterprises. Philip's ego is huge, but he is desperate for cash to save the company from going under. This hug signifies a major shift in corporate power. But don't think for a second that Alex is happy about this new alliance. Alex and Philip are going to share a very tense, heated moment this week. Alex hates losing control, and seeing Philip cozy up to Gabi's money is going to send Alex over the edge. Alex thinks he should be running the show, but Philip is pulling rank. The Kiriakis men are always at each other's throats, and with Gabi throwing her millions into the ring, this corporate civil war is about to get incredibly messy. I am completely here for it. Finally, we have to discuss the absolute powder keg waiting to explode at the hospital. Sarah Horton walks into Holly Jonas's room and completely loses her mind when she sees EJ DiMera sitting there. Sarah explodes on EJ. She explicitly told EJ to stay far, far away from Holly. Sarah knows that EJ is a monster. She and Brady have been investigating the tainted Coraceal drugs that killed Destiny, and all roads lead back to DiMera Pharmaceuticals. Sarah is trying to protect her patient, but Holly is making it completely impossible to help her. Holly literally fires Sarah as her doctor. Holly looks Sarah dead in the eye and says she doesn't want her medical advice anymore. Holly claims she is a legal adult and can choose who visits her. Are you kidding me, Holly? EJ is the one who framed you. EJ is the one who planted those pills in your bag to make you look like a drug addict. The writers are really testing my patience with Holly's naivety. She is so desperate for a father figure since Nicole left town that she is blindly trusting the devil himself. EJ was married to Nicole, so Holly looks at him like family, completely unaware that he is using her as a pawn to cover up his pharmaceutical crimes. But Sarah is not going down without a fight. Spoilers reveal that Sarah and Holly are going to have a very serious, intense sit-down later in the week. I think Sarah is finally going to drop the ultimate truth bomb. Sarah is going to look Holly in the face and tell her that EJ planted the drugs. EJ orchestrated the entire frame-up to protect his own skin. If Holly actually listens to Sarah, this could be the catalyst that finally brings EJ down. But knowing EJ, he probably has Johnny covering his tracks as we speak. Dan Foyer-Regal is playing EJ with such delicious arrogance right now, but I desperately need to see him lose. Sarah has lost so much in her life, and her protective instincts are in overdrive. She is not going to let EJ destroy another young woman's life. This Thursday episode is going to be an absolute roller coaster of emotions. We have custody battles, legal threats, corporate hugs, and hospital screaming matches. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Holly will actually believe Sarah about EJ planting the drugs, or is Holly too deeply manipulated by EJ to see the truth? Let me know your wildest theories down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications for Peacock TV spoilers so you never miss an update. See you in Salem.